Check, check, check. Ah, I see you now. I didn't know you were on camera.
Yeah, I was using FaceTime video to help me approximate what I need the screen to look like. Is this good? All right, cool. It's 6, so we're gonna go for it.
All right. I don't. Have you tried to log on with Restream or?
Yeah.
I don't see you here yet. Like I said, this will be the first time I'm doing this, so let's just make sure. Are you supposedly on? Like I said, this will be the first time I'm doing this, so all right, we're just trying to get started here, just waiting for special guest to come on board here. Brand new, trying to figure out how to bring a guest on. Looks like we have somebody on already. Malik. All right. Are you able to see Sparse? Because I can't see him. He will be on soon. Thanks for tuning in. We have a new song. Looks like Sparse is actually on Facebook. And YouTube, so that's good. Let's see. What am I missing? Are we on? Appreciate your patience here as we try and figure out how this all works. Appreciate y'all here for the debut of Nature's Crowning Jewel. You can see the Logic session in the background. And we're on Restream, coming out to quite a few folks here tonight. And hopefully we can figure this out. Shouldn't be this difficult. There is a second screen to have Sparsh on. I do not know where he would be. I can't hear him. We should be able to see him. Should just come on. Let's see. Yeah, my apologies that I don't know what I'm doing on this part of it yet. I should see him, I would think, somewhere where I could put him in. Let's see. It should just come in. I would think you could just add it in. Yeah, I'm at a complete loss. My apologies. Should I do it through Facebook then? Or yeah, I'm sorry. It should just come in through yeah, I wish I knew. My apologies that I don't have Sparsh on here. He's coming. Yeah, I don't know what I'm missing. Maybe I'd bring him on Zoom. Let's see. How does that work? There we go. Just need to unmute yourself. Sorry about that.
No, all good, all good. My bad. Yeah. Hi. Sorry, there were internet difficulties. Very last minute.
All right.
But we're here now.
There he is.
Yeah. How are you, Professor Kinchek?
I am doing great. It is so great to be here with you and
Same.
to have you here. And I'm going to just play around with some of these windows, see if we can figure out just to get me and you on there. There we go.
Yeah. There you go. Nice. Cool.
All right. Looks like you got some fans on here, Sparsh.
Yeah. Hi to everyone around the world, wherever you are. Thank you for coming here. I mean, yeah, this little surprise that we have in store for you. Honestly, actually, it's a big surprise. It's a labor of love that we've been working on for, has it been 1 year, 2 years now?
Over 2 years.
Yeah, but we're finally bringing it out to you guys super soon. So we wanted to share a little bit about it and, how we got to where we are today. So appreciate you all for coming out and happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. I can't do the hard thing,
All good.
but I love y'all. And we love having you here. It is Valentine's Day, and this is a song that started out with a few little ideas from my little keyboard corner here, my studio. Came up with some ideas, and then Sparsh came into my class. I teach here at Berkeley College online, and Sparsh was one of my stellar students. Incredible student. Did some great work, and I usually let my students check out my stuff. And he was like, "Wow, that's just you got some pretty cool tunes here." And one of them in particular caught his ear, and I will turn it over to Sparsh from there. So I had a little bit of an instrumental. We could talk about that when we listen to it, but I'll let you Sparsh take. He crafted all of the lyrics and the concept for the whole song on that tip.
Yeah, no, definitely. And it was all thanks to your beautiful music that inspired me. When I heard the very first like part of the intro, the piano that's like da 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 da. I just listened to that chord progression, and I think the instrument that you used for it, it just reminded me of like childhood innocence.
Mm.
It made me think of kids playing on a playground, something like that. And if I recall right, Professor Kinshak, correct me if I'm wrong. I think when we first talked about, you were asking me what ideas I thought of it, and I was asking you what you think of it. I think it was based on, I think, what you were saying, and I was coming at it from the innocence angle. And I think we both ended up, just converging on romance because I think you had always seen a little bit of a love element to it, no?
Yeah, I kind of always felt like it was definitely, like you said, it was that sort of innocent, sort of um, a refreshing kind of concept. Was like that piano
Definitely.
was just sort of like maybe little raindrops falling, or just a little bit of starlight or something coming down.
Yep. Yeah. I see that. I see that. I was picturing natural stuff too, like like green grass and just like two, like a little boy and a girl. They're both friends. They don't even know what romance is or anything like that. But just them playing in like this beautiful meadow with rolling hills and like a blue sky kind of thing. So the fact that we both, it's funny that we both thought of nature because that ended up leading to the song's title.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
and the title you came up with was,
Nature's crowning jewel.
yeah, that's an awesome title. I really like that a lot. First time I heard it,
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah. Um, I guess without giving away way too much, I think when we came up with the theme of romance and we came up with the idea of nature, and we were like, ooh, it would be really cool to kind of share what romance feels like in terms of what we see in nature, different relationships in nature, but also just different aspects of nature. I think everyone too compares, in a love song, oh, like you smell like flowers and you sing like a bird and all of this stuff. But then I realized as I was writing more and more of the song, I'm like, I want to go further. You have all these beautiful examples of, love in nature and different, even kinds of love, different forms of that relationship, whether it be, swans mating for life or like a pride of lions, different things like that. And yeah, it was just so fun because every time I was listening to your instrumental, the ideas just kept flowing.
Yeah.
It went very logically from like one idea to taking that to the next level to taking that to the next level. So thank you
Yeah.
for that.
That's usually the way it goes when you have a really good idea, I think. When you're especially collaborating, but even when you're just writing a song on your own, a lot of times the best songs are the ones that just come out, right? A lot of
Yeah.
times, if you're really struggling to make something work, it's probably not always going to be the best, uh, turn out the best. Not that it won't, but
Yeah. No, you're right. And it's interesting that you mention that because, as you know, too, there was like a time where we also kind of had to struggle to figure something out, or like we were changing things. And then as we did, um, like it was the power of working together and the power of thinking of different possibilities that allowed us to say, hey, we like this idea, but then it could be better. We can build on it, we can simplify it, and then just make it an even more stronger and even more resonant, you could say. Uh, you could make it even more resonant so more people, would be able to enjoy it.
yeah, awesome. Looks like we have some of your fans from like maybe India or something. Somebody's saying it was 4:30 where they're at. So
Oh my God. Thank you for coming. Yeah, that sounds about right. If it's 4:30 a.m., that sounds like that person is in the area around India. So that's hey, namaste.
awesome. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, the signs over here. It's Ralphie Keys Artist. We're tuning in from my page, but we definitely want to give all the props up to Sparsh here as well. And for coming on board, this is a 50-50 proposition here. Just in case anybody was wondering, we were talking about this little piano riff. We'll give you a little preview of that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the little intro that we started with, and then Sparsh came in. We're not going to give you the whole song tonight. We're just going to give you little bits and pieces. But that was the kind of impetus for the song on my part. And you want to play a little bit of the verse for him, or first, second verse?
Yeah. I think let's play the first verse for them.
Okay. So here comes in right where I left you off.
Every day is a new adventure with you. Just cause it's cliche doesn't mean it's untrue. They may see a speck on this pale blue dot, but I see all of nature hidden in that spot. The way your hair flows like wind-blown leaves, the way your eyes light up like bright sunbeams, the way your ears perk up when you hear me speak, the way you smile when a raindrop hits your cheeks, the way your voice sings like birds on high, the way your hands stretch like trees to the sky, the way that your heart wrenches onto the groove, and as soon as you hear it, the way your feet start to move, your whims, your quirks, your habits, your traits, I fall in love with a new one every day. And I haven't been able to travel all of Earth yet, but I'll travel with your love until my very last breath. Lightning in.
I'll tell you, man, when I first heard that verse, I just was like, whoa. That's just a really original, very Uh, a lot of people I know use this word bespoke. Do you guys use that at all? Have you ever heard it?
I've heard the word. I haven't used it often though.
I don't know if it's just a group of people that I got to know a few years back, but it just means very unique, very much like your style that no one else can lay claim to. So
Uh, that means a lot. Not only that, you saw something unique in my lyrics and my flow, but also that you enjoyed it. I really do pray that, everyone here is enjoying it as well, who's listening.
yeah, very cool. So yeah, so that is just kind of your thing, like kind of that more faster rapping.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I What can I say? Um, with people like Eminem and Tech Nine being like my inspiration when it comes to flow,
Yeah,
uh, there's I definitely picked up that uh, quickness, that agility when it comes to rap. But yeah, what matters, I think, ultimately is that every word, you know, hopefully you can hear it all the first time around, but
yep.
even if you can't and you appreciate at least a little bit, you go back and you look at every word at the end of the day and you're like, whoa, this means something and it means something deep.
One thing that I've always liked in music, throughout any style of music that I've listened to or played, is yeah, that depth of, you're not going to be like, okay, I listened to it once and now I'm going to get bored, or I listened to it once and I got it the first time. There's a certain thing where you like listen to it and you like it pulls you in, but at the same time, I really love that depth where it's like, hey, I'm going to want to listen to that a few more times so I can really hear what he's saying. And I might not catch it all the first time because it goes by really fast, but it's cool and the beat is right there, and it's like it's its own hook right there, I think.
Yeah. And speaking of hook, oh man, with your music, and then when I had written the hook and like actually shared it with my parents, even with my brother, like, but especially my parents, like, oh my God, they loved it. They could not get enough of it. I just wanted to say like thank you for that too, because again, it's it's the music that lays the foundation for the lyrics that are written, especially in this case, right, where the music came before the lyrics.
Yep.
So like I appreciate you for that so much.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's been a labor of love, and yeah, it's been really great to get that extra layer there and just have those lyrics and the melodies that just really add to that. Maybe we'll listen to the next section here.
Yeah.
And so,
Lightning in the sky, diamonds underground, trees reaching high, and water all around. But you are nature's crowning jewel. Yeah, you are nature's crowning jewel.
yeah, good stuff, man.
Appreciate it. Same here.
Was there anything in that title that you might want to reference or talk about for a little while? We'll probably wrap it up here pretty soon, but
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll just then go further and say that, as we were talked about when I had first heard your like original piano idea in the intro, right? I was thinking of innocence. I had that beautiful nature picture of like this perfect, kind of like paradise, right?
yep,
And then we talked about romance. And I think it was during our conversations that we came to realize, like, ooh, how beautiful. Like I remember, and this all goes to credit another one of my Berkeley professors, Professor Andrea Stolpe. It was part of her songwriting process that I learned when I took commercial songwriting techniques. And she, said that a really good way to help you get inspired to write something sometimes is to just free write. Don't worry about writing lyrics or anything. Just write what you feel.
yep,
Write what's inspiring you. And so I long story short, like I had written something along the lines of, I mean, I've not been in a relationship before, but I have a feeling that, you being married for a long time, right?
Yep.
You know what that feels like. And I was kind of trying to encapsulate what it might feel like. And I was like, I am envisioning a romance where the adventure never ends. There's always something new you can learn about someone. And just the idea that, oh my god, the same elements that created, like that form the whole universe, the black holes and the suns and the moons and the planets, and the same elements, the same atoms that form, lions and pine trees and whales, right, and
Yep.
dinosaurs, like they form us too. So in a
Yeah.
sense, you're looking at the one you love, and you see all, and when you're so deeply in love, this is how I was feeling when I did my free write. I'm like, I see all of nature hidden in that, like that's where that got inspired from. They may see a speck on this pale blue dot, because who are we, but like I see all of nature in that spot.
That's a great line. Yeah. Yeah. Usually, I just play the song kind of like a DJ. Is usually the way I perform nowadays. But sometimes I bring my wife Julie out, and she sings a couple songs that we've written together, and so she'll usually be in the audience when I play this particular song, and I usually will dedicate it to her because she's nature's crowning jewel to me. So I
Ah,
appreciate that so much, and you know, it's probably worth noting that this is our 30th anniversary. So we've been together 30 years as of this year. So praise God for that. And yeah, we've been that kind of, it's always been an adventure, and we're gonna go out and probably have a little bit of dinner tonight and have celebrate Valentine's Day a little bit. But yeah, it's nice to have that little gift of you were inspired, and usually when I play it for people, they usually are like, wow, this is like a really wholesome relationship type of song that you could sing or dedicate to your special someone. Um, and
yeah. The very fact that you say this, Professor Kinchek, that is a huge honor. And I know we've talked about this before, and I've said this before, so it's not like people are hearing something completely new, but like I really do credit divine inspiration for like all my lyrics. Like it's just it's so, yeah. And I know you know this.
yes,
And same with you and your music. And so like the fact that me, right, having never even like been in that kind of romantic relationship, or at least marriage,
yeah,
being in that kind of relationship, and yet I was able to give a voice to your story in
yeah,
such a deep way.
yep,
Hearing that is literally making me go, oh my god,
yes.
I don't think it was just me writing this.
No, definitely divine inspiration. I've always said, that when I write music, it's always from above. It's not there. The blessing that I have being able to write, that's the gift, and then I get to share that with other people. So it keeps me from getting too egotistical or too high
Yeah.
about it. When you play for 10, 20,000 people as I have in the past, but then you just kind of go, hey,
Yeah.
that's just a gift, and I didn't do anything really. You know what I mean? It's like I just let that flow through me. So yeah, I really appreciate that we were able to connect with that. Let's just play the last little section.
Yeah.
Here's the out chorus here, the outro.
Mm. Lightning in the sky, diamonds in the ground, trees reaching high,
I love this part.
water around.
I love this part here where you made it go back up again.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, usually when I play this song, I usually get the audience. I'll usually get everybody at the very end just doing the little wave thing.
Yeah. No, definitely. That that's amazing. I really do, just pray that everyone who's out there, this ends up capturing your love stories and that, if even if you're not in a romantic relationship, this just captures your love of life, your relationship with life, or your relationship even with God, like or whatever it might be for you.
Without
I
getting too much into like down the rabbit hole, because we could do that, but you know, there is a saying that you have to love your neighbor as yourself is a
I
and so that entails that you have to love yourself. And of course, you know, I think we have to start there. So um,
yeah.
we have to appreciate the gifts that we've been given and what we can contribute, and love that part of ourselves in a right way.
Yeah, no, you're right. Because at the end of the day, we are all nature's crowning jewels.
Yes,
I,
absolutely. We are the jewel and the what is it? The apple of God's eye.
mm, yeah, totally.
I think that is a great note to end on. If what do you think?
Yeah, no, definitely. I'm just super stoked. I hope and pray that you all are super stoked for this song to come out. And yeah, one more time, happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day. Yeah, this song will both be doing some more announcements, right? And we'll get this in the pipeline soon, and it
Yeah,
should be available on all platforms probably at the beginning of March.
yeah, pretty soon.
Awesome. We love y'all.
Yeah.
Take care.
So much for having me, Professor Kenchik. It means a lot.
Absolutely my pleasure. Thanks for being a part of this, and we'll talk again soon.
Yeah, we definitely will. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.